Hello everybody and welcome to the junk room where we create whatever. Today we're talking masterboards. What is a masterboard? It's a piece of paper that you collage on top from your scraps and make it into something beautiful. So you go from a piece of paper that you don't like, or maybe you have 2 or 3 of the same papers in your stash, especially if you're a scrapbooker. You have lots of different papers that you don't like. We don't want to throw them out. We're going to use them. So from this to it being collaged to having some decorations to being cut out and used in your junk journals. So welcome. Let's get creating. These are some of the masterboards that I have in various states. This one is actually a scrap of music pages, and because I wanted to make this a music themed masterboard, and you just use what you have and you just glue it all down. So that's one. This one here is one that I did all in maps. That's pretty interesting. Then this one is also done in scraps. As you can see, there's all kinds of different types of pages on here, from book pages to Sudoku puzzles to dictionary page, music, math equations, just from the scraps that I had. And this one is collaged as well. And I started with putting a picture on it. Not sure where I'm taking this one yet, but I liked that and thought I'd put it on. What else do I have started? Here is another one. Again, just scraps of paper glued down to another piece of paper. Another map one. Love maps. They are so fun. And these are just 12 by 12 papers. I think, oh, there's this, and this one is just scrapbooking page scraps that I have oodles and oodles of, and kind of put some together. So that one's kind of neat. The rest are in different stages. The masterboard is done, and so I wanted to cover it with napkins. I have some pretty napkins, and I love this method. And so as you can see in the next few, I did the collaging, and then I Mod Podged napkins over top, and it just looks so beautiful. And you can cut this up and you don't have to really add any more to it. Some of these napkins are just beautiful on their own, or you can collage more on top. So let's just look at some that I have Mod Podge napkins. This is a really cool one. It'll be interesting to see what happens when this one is cut up. Here's one with flowers. I did spritz some turquoise ink there. Another one that has a napkin on it with different things. And another one. And then the last one I have ready is one that I've already collaged on it. So I wouldn't necessarily add any more. It'll be really interesting to see how this one cuts up. I suppose, though, I could add more on top, like butterflies or birds. But I will wait till I cut this up and see how the tags and journal cards turn out. So for this one, I just want to show you what happens when you cut them up. You can get all different sizes of tags and journal cards. What I like to do, and you definitely don't have to do this, what I like to do is I like to turn it upside down so I don't see how it's going to cut. Now, I don't do that for every single one. For this one, I might decide where I'm cutting it so I don't lose some of the words. Sorry if that's glary. So there are times where I collage in little spots on top of the masterboard and then cut it down. Cut it down to size. And I've done that in my glue book. So for example, this was from a masterboard. And so when I cut my masterboard, I wanted it to fit on this, so it fits on this. And then on top of the masterboard, I added little things to it. So that's something that you can do with a masterboard. So I'm going to take this one and just cut it up. And it depends on what you want. Do you want tags? Do you want journaling cards? And I'm not measuring or nothing. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Okay. So I got 3 smaller tags, 2 either larger tags, or maybe those are going to be the journal cards. Let's see. Yeah, let's turn some of this into some tags. All right. So tags and some journaling cards. Here we go. So we got some bigger tags. And so now you can take these and you can stamp on them. You could put little clusters on it. We could add that and it's done. Not the color I'm going for, but you get the idea. We could stamp that beautiful butterfly stamp I have. So look at that. When you use stamps as opposed to a cluster, it cuts down on the bulk. So if you have some stamps, get those out and start stamping some masterboards. I might add a word or a phrase. I'll clean this up. I don't really have to do anything with the back. But if there was something on the back that I didn't like, I could cover it up. Ink around it. I like to do both sides. Because yes, this is a tag, but it's also a writing space. Take that one. And that one, these ones. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces out of a 12 by 12 sheet. And you can continue to decorate them as you see fit to make them pretty. Let's make one. I have several pages that say June on it, and I'm going to use this as my base, and I'm just going to start getting my scraps and gathering them up. Now, depending on your scraps, this could go quickly or it could take some time. The bigger the scrap pieces, the faster it goes. So as you can see, I've got a map. This is from a textbook. I got some old book pages, music. This one here is from an old pattern, sewing pattern. All right, that gives us a start. Let's start gluing. I'm going to use a glue stick for this part. And I like to work from the edges in. Some people like to start from the middle and work out. It doesn't matter, whatever you would like. And you just start with getting your scraps down on your paper of choice. Now, of course, if you're doing a 6x6, for example, you will be done very quickly because it's such a small space to work on. And now it's ready to be decorated. So I just go back over and glue down some spots that didn't get any glue the first time around. So what if you don't have Mod Podge or napkins? You don't have to put that over. You can just start putting pictures and, like, you know, a butterfly here and there, and stamps and birds, pictures of birds. So whatever you want to do with your Masterboard. And I've gone off the sides a little bit, so once it's dry, I will clean it up, decorate it, using things that I have in the junk room. Now, I do have some napkins I was thinking about. I do love the script napkins. Here's a horse one. My next journal is going to be a horse one. Oh, that's the perfect size. So yeah, you can use any napkins. Tissue paper works well too. I'm gonna do one with a napkin to show you that one, and I'm gonna do one where I don't use a napkin and I just decorate on this page. If you don't have Mod Podge, all you need is your liquid glue and water, and it's very easy to make. You just get your glue, you pour it into whatever container you're going to use, and then you put some water in, and you want a nice liquid. You don't want it to be too thick. You want to thin it out a bit. The other thing with the Masterboards is you can go in any different direction with your scrap papers. So I'm going to go and gather some things so that I can do both the one with the napkin and one without the napkin.